The day the world shut down, my body did too. But unlike COVID, no one could tell me what was wrong. While everyone else was binge watching Tiger King and baking bread, I was at home, curled up on the bathroom floor, convinced I was dying. On March 29th, 2020, I had a virtual wine night with friends. I drank cheap rosé, ate snacks, and laughed until my cheeks hurt. I went to bed feeling fine, but at 3 in the morning, I sat up and I ran to the bathroom with my stomach hurting. I threw up and I curled up on the freezing tile, terrified. The next night, the same thing, and then again the next night. I have emetophobia, which means I was terrified of throwing up. Every night I wasn't just sick, I was so scared. During the pandemic, doctors weren't seeing anyone in person unless it was an emergency. I was told we can't have you come in unless you are throwing up blood. But I was throwing up blood. So I ended up going to the emergency rooms and having doctor examinations with no wait and not seeing anybody in the waiting rooms. When I would walk through the hallways, they were eerily silent, and my footsteps made an echo, and I could hear the overhead lights making a buzz. It was like a scene from a post-apocalyptic movie. They took my illness very seriously, and they ran all the tests possible. I was poked, scanned, prodded, and tested. I was treated like a human pincushion, but no one could tell me what was wrong. And I wasn't just scared, I was jobless. I had been laid off like everyone else during the pandemic. But the idea of applying for another job while I was violently ill made my chest tighten. I knew I couldn't work for somebody else. My body wasn't following a schedule, and I needed to earn an income that worked around my illness. So I opened an Etsy shop. I started sewing face masks that matched little scrunchies, and it was a hit. People loved it since it was the quarantine. The hum of the sewing machine became the only sound that didn't make me more nauseous. The more I created, the better I felt. I didn't feel completely healed, but I did feel better. My body was still sick, but my mind had something else to focus on that wasn't just feeling really sick and fear. The vomiting didn't come to a stop until later, and I made another change. When I was in my senior year of high school, I decided to put my dreams of going to college to the side to help my high school boyfriend pursue his dreams of going to the military. I got married at 18 and moved away from my family, friends, and school. I divorced my husband at 19 and moved back home. After that, I started living life for myself, not for anybody else, and I didn't live for anybody else's expectations. That actually made the vomiting come to an end. I still live with pain, and most mornings hurt, but I haven't thrown up like that in years. I still have my business, and it grew into a brand that I'm proud of. I sell handmade rave clothes, and I built it from a place of pain. Looking back, I think my body hit the emergency brakes. I was speeding through a life that didn't feel like it was mine, and my body forced me to hit the brakes. I learned that if you ignore what your body is telling you, it will find a way to scream at you. Sometimes illness isn't just physical, it's what your body is trying to tell you. It's trying to tell you that there's a change that it really needs, and mine didn't get better with medicine. It got better by creating a life that gave me space to heal. I didn't live for anybody else, and I started living life for me.